We all think we know our cats. But here's the thing about them. They don't complain like people do. They're not going to whine or throw a fit. When something's really bothering them, they often just quietly withdraw. And a lot of the time, we don't even have a clue what it was that pushed them away.
So let me just ask you this straight up. What if something you do every single day, something you think is totally normal, or maybe even an act of love, is secretly making your cat miserable? Let's get into it, because understanding these silent signals, well, it can change absolutely everything.
Okay, first up, and this is a big one, the smells in your house. You know that scented candle you love so much, or that essential oil diffuser you put on to relax? Well, for your cat, it is anything but relaxing. It's more like a full-on sensory assault.
To really get why, we've got to talk numbers. So, in your nose, you have about 5 million scent receptors. That's your window to the world of smell. Seems like a lot, right?
Well, get this. Your cat has up to 200 million. That is 40 times more powerful than yours. So that pleasant lavender scent you're enjoying, to your cat, it's like being locked inside a perfume factory. And honestly, it's not just about them being uncomfortable.
In fact, a lot of really common essential oils, things like tea tree, eucalyptus, even peppermint, are actually toxic to cats. Just diffusing them into the air can lead to some pretty serious health issues. And here's the science behind it. Cats are missing a specific liver enzyme. It's called glucuronoltransferase. What that means is their bodies literally cannot break down the compounds in these oils. This can cause some scary symptoms like respiratory distress, but your cat won't complain. They'll just quietly leave the room. And that silent withdrawal, that's a theme we are going to see over and over again. All right, the second thing your cat secretly hates is all about territory. And this is especially for anyone out there with more than one cat. You might look over and see them coexisting peacefully, but what you don't realize is you could be accidentally creating a constant, low-level war zone. See, cats are solitary hunters by nature. They're not pack animals. So the whole idea of sharing just doesn't come naturally to them. Forcing them to compete for the same food bowl or the same litter box is a huge cause of chronic stress. And that stress doesn't always look like a dramatic cat fight. A lot of the time, it just looks like one cat quietly hiding under the bed all day. So what do? Well, the solution is to give them their own turf. The golden rule is 1 litter box per cat plus 1 extra. Create totally separate spots for them to eat. And hey, don't forget about vertical space. Cat trees, shelves, whatever. For a cat, height equals safety. It's not about having a bigger house. It's about using the space you have in a smarter way. Okay, so now let's talk about communication. Because the third and fourth things your cat really hates, well, they both come from one simple mistake we make. We apply human rules to a completely different language. The classic mistake. Your cat rolls over, shows you their belly, you think, oh, it's an invitation. But it's not. It's actually a massive declaration of trust. They are showing you the most vulnerable part of their body, so when you reach in to give it a rub, you're actually kind of violating that trust. That's why you might get a swift kick in return. It's the ultimate compliment, not a request. We also get eye contact totally wrong. In our world, a long, direct stare can mean connection, right? You're paying attention. But in the cat world, that's a challenge. It's what two cats do right before a fight. So that loving gaze you think you're sharing might actually be coming across as a threat.
So what's the right way to make eye contact? It's with a slow blink. A 2020 study actually confirmed that cats are way more likely to approach a person who slow blinks at them. It's their way of saying, I'm relaxed, I trust you. Seriously, try it with your cat. More often than not, they'll blink right back at you.
All right, mistake number 5. This one goes back to territory, but on a much more subtle level. To you, redecorating or rearranging the furniture is just a nice refresh. To your cat, it can feel like a complete catastrophe. See, a cat's sense of security is totally tied to a stable environment. They have this incredible spatial memory, and they create this detailed mental map of their home, where every single object has a place and a purpose. When you move everything around, you've just erased their entire map, leaving them feeling totally lost and unsafe in the one place they're supposed to feel secure. And it's not just about where the furniture is, it's about the scent. Cats rub against things to leave their scent behind. These are like invisible signposts that say, this is safe, this is mine. When you move the furniture or even just clean a little too aggressively, you wipe out all those markers. That stress is often what leads to them hiding or even urinating outside the litter box. They're desperately trying to reclaim their world. So we've covered sense, territory, and signals we misread. But the sixth and final thing your cat hates is, well, it's maybe the most profound of all. It's what happens when we simply stop listening. Here is a fact that might just change everything for you. Adult cats do not meow at each other. They'll hiss, they'll growl, they use all kinds of body language. But the meow? That is reserved for something incredibly special. Think about this. Your cat invented a language specifically to talk to you. The meow is a behavior from when they were kittens that they learned to keep doing just to get our attention. Every single meow is a deliberate, conscious attempt to connect with us. So what happens when those meows get ignored time after time? They don't try harder, they just stop. This is the ultimate silent withdrawal. A quiet cat isn't always a happy, content cat. Sometimes it's a cat that has simply given up on trying to talk to you. Your cat isn't just a pet. They are a conversation partner who literally invented a language for you. So recognizing that a strong scent is painful for them, or seeing a slow blink for the I love you that it is, that's how you show up for that conversation. So the only real question left is, are you listening?